Hello, it's me again. I have a pretty cool game here where I do something pretty unorthodox, and it's versus Dumantas. He's a Hades player, but he's playing Ra here. Dumantas obviously a team game player most of all, but he's also a very, very strong 1v1 player. And I guess since he plays team games, he must be a good Ra player as well. Anyways, it's a Ghost Lake map here, and I see that there's 4 Oryx in the beginning here, so I know that there's plenty of hunt to play around with. So I get hunting dogs, obviously, with this much hunt. Sometimes on Ghost Lake you'll get only like a boar, and then maybe 4 caribou outside of your base. Like in that case, as Atlantean, you would never want to get hunting dogs, but here it makes a lot of sense. I also get focus immediately after. You can get that from the Economic Guild. I hear on Steam you cannot get it on the Economic Guild. I think that's a big shame, because it just opens up so many more strategies for Kronos, having access to this technology from the Economic Guild. So if you're on Extended Edition, you're going to have to invest in a early temple if you want that early focus upgrade. I really think they should implement that on Steam as well, but it is what it is. Also, by the way, the first citizen, he goes Economic Guild onto wood, onto gold. And then the next 2 citizens goes on hunt. And you notice the way I scouted here was I sent one oracle like this, another like this, and one just straight to the middle. I'm not really scouting my sides other than with goats, because I want to get a clear idea of what his base looks like. And I see a forward gold mine here, I see a forward tower, and I'm trying to scout even more. Probably I should have sent this guy maybe a bit more forward. He's not really getting any valuable information over here. But right now I have hit 15 population. I had my 4th citizen goes to gold, and I heroize this oracle here in the Archaic Age. He's got the focus upgrade, giving him 20 hit points, 1.2 hack damage, and faster line of sight spread, for what it's worth. Right now, obviously, that doesn't matter much. I'm just hitting the tower, because I know it's going to be a good value if I do that. Also, I have view over these Aurochs. He's sending a villager over there just to hit my guy a little. I just fight back, and he's forced to retreat here. I send my other guy now. 5th guy goes on food, by the way. But over here, desperately trying to get the food for it. Now I heroize this oracle as well. And these guys deal a lot of damage, especially for an Archaic Age unit. It's a heck of a lot of damage. And look at this. I actually managed to kill a villager this early, 2:40 into the game, and I kill a villager. Huge value. I've now got 3 Oracle heroes, and I haven't had idle TC time either. I also ensure I'm gonna have a bit of idle time here because I don't have the wood. Not much to speak of. There's another villager kill there, guys. So that's 2 dead villagers for my investment into these Oracle heroes here. I don't realize... Oh my god. Reviewing this game, I now realize there's a granary here, so obviously I should have checked this black spot. Is he hunting from here? If I checked that, I would have found this villager and I could have executed him. That's really stupid of me. I see a granary here, so obviously I know there should be 2 Aurochs over here. But I don't... I don't add 2 and 2 together here in this instance, unfortunately. Either way, I just harass his gold mine. That's good value too. Getting some idle villager time for him, and just slowly taking down this tower as well. These oracles are getting some good value. I'm just focusing on getting the resources for my temple and the food I need for Classical Age right now. So that's 5 on hunt over here, and these guys, they were on gold and wood, trying to get enough resources for the temple. And you'll see, about the time when this guy is out, I'm going to be able to advance. I think it's going to be like a 505, or... yeah, optimally it's a 505 advance. For me, 508. So 3 seconds of idle TC time, that's perfectly fine. Look at how fast their line of sight spreads here. I use it to time shift my temple. And I just see if I can get more value right now. It's pretty hard, because as you can see here, when I hit these buildings, they're actually dying to the TC fire. So, not much use in doing that. This guy, he can go and grab this relic, and then I'll just send him scouting afterwards. I'm also sending this citizen over here, so that I'm gonna build 3 more oracles, and when I use Valor, I'm gonna get a hero citizen as well. Not only that, I will be able to build buildings forward without having to time shift them, because time shift takes so long. I think it's like 30 seconds to get from your base over here. So if you can avoid time shift by using this little trick, plus the fact that you get a hero citizen, I think it's very well worth it. So I'm getting 3 additional oracles out here, and just waiting for that last guy. Now I can use the oracle right here. And just build a counter barracks and a military barracks. Very standard. But with this guy providing vision for me, I actually have a really good vision over his base now, and he's forced to delete his mining camp now. And I can now try to focus down this tower. Nice little granary for him here. Gonna send these 2 over to this tower, so I'm threatening 2 places at once. Using Deconstruct and Temple, hoping to stop his Smith unit from going out. See it from his perspective. Ah, really unfortunate for him. Very, very lucky for me, though. He's forced to rebuild his temple, and he doesn't get a Wadjet out. These guys, they're building an additional watchtower over here. This gold mine is totally exposed, so he's actually forced to build an additional watchtower over here. And this tower is going to be very hard for me to deal with. Cannot really dive under the TC to destroy it. So I am building an army now. Mostly just because I have these forward buildings here and I already invested into them. Kind of may as well build some units, but before long I think I'll realize that there's not really much left for me to do. I think I'll still maybe go for some raids over here. The fact that I killed so many villagers already, the fact that he was forced to rebuild a temple, build a watchtower for himself, made me think I can actually go for some raids over here. He doesn't really have much of an army set up yet, so I can do some nice damage here. Trying to kill one villager here, see if I manage. No, not quite. Good job by him securing that guy, that girl. And you notice this is a really high hunt ghost lake. I have caribou here, and then there's 2 polar bears here and additional 2 here. We haven't seen them yet. So plenty of hunt for me to play around with. And when you can, just use your military to kill the polar bears, by the way. Don't make this one lone citizen do it. Use your military to do it. But I think now is the time I realize, alright, I need to chill for a bit. So I get the manners up I need, and I slowly start to macro my economy so that I can get an armory up, a TC up, and eventually go heroic age, because he's not going to go aggressive on me right now. I'm just making some small skirmishes here, trying to get villager kills. Finally managing to get one over here. But you notice how much pressure I'm putting him under here. And I only really kill one villager, so I really just have to retreat here now. Realize I'm not playing Uranus. I don't have Shockwave available to me, so I cannot make any cute villager snipes. So I just chill and I start building this TC. And before long I'm gonna build an armory and I'm gonna look to go heroic age. So just gonna play fast a bit here. See what happens here. This was a bit of a blunder by me. He's got a big army now. Well, not that big a blunder by me. I realize that he's got a big army now. That gives me some insight into what he's probably doing, and he's just staying classical age for now. He's not going heroic age anytime soon. That's the kind of insight I get from this. So that's great. I just stopped production of military units before long. Right now. At least stopping Murmillos. And just slowly make my way to heroic age. I've got full map control, I'm hunting, and I'm getting berries and everything, and he's not, so I'm in a great spot. Play fast a bit here. That's the second TC up, so I go rare from here, and from here I'm just still producing citizens. So you can see I've got a lot of goats as well, so my food economy is really off the charts. This guy can build some more military barracks. Generally speaking, when you're about to go heroic age, you want military barracks, not counter barracks. because you want Arcus, you want Contarius, and even Mamilos late game. Whereas Counter Barracks doesn't really provide you with any really good units. Termas very much outscaled into the mid game. Same with Chirobelster, and Catapultis are situational. Obviously versus a classical age Egyptian, you're not gonna want Catapultis because they don't have cavalry. But Chirobelster is kind of cute in this situation, as you can see here. Just 2 of these from long range. If I can micro properly, at least, I can stop him from mining here. But I'm sleeping on the job, so he's allowed to mine for now. I do hit Heroic Age though, and I should start to spam behemoths at this stage. He'll have a very hard time dealing with them. Classical Age Ra doesn't have many answers to behemoths. Priest's the only obvious one, but they can get sniped down by Arcus, which I'm about to spam here. Finally I realize I need to right click these villages. Why didn't I shift my temple? I did shift my temple. I shifted it back and then I placed my relics there. But I don't want a forward temple with relics in them because it'll just get destroyed and I didn't want that. So I shifted it back and placed Secrets of the Titans cheaper and Villages farm faster. 2 pretty good relics and I wanted them, so I shifted it back. I use my deconstruct onto the watchtower here and I just start hitting the town center with my behemoths. And he's got slingers and priests. He's fighting with villagers and mercenaries. When you see a Ra player doing this in Classical Age, you know that you've pretty much won it because his economy is suffering so much from this. Not only does he have idle villager time, he's also spending gold and TC time on getting these mercenaries out. Meanwhile, I'm just making a bigger and bigger economy. I should really make citizens from here as well. That's my mistake. But it doesn't matter too much. Just 1 more behemoth out here. Gonna get full population before long. This citizen, by the way, I'm trying to get a forward palace up, but my economy doesn't quite allow it, so it's not gonna happen. But I am gonna keep the siege up here. And you see how little damage his behemoth takes. There's 4 heroes hitting at it. And yeah, it's going down, but it's taking a while, and it allows me to focus his slingers and his villagers while it's happening. And that's GG. So, really cool strategy here, I think. Not sure it's something you can do every game, because people will eventually know how to counter it, but I think maybe versus Atlantean. How does Atlantean even counter this? If you have forward citizens here and you begin to see 3 Archaic Age Oracle heroes, how do you counter it? Only real option is to go back to your base and go on goats, but you're gonna suffer from that as well. So I really like it. Anyways, I hope you like this. If you did, make sure that you like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.